Hi, everyone. Kira Schaefer here, and I am so happy you are joining me. Okay, so I just need to get some energy moving today, and I've been doing a little bit more networking, kind of discovering some avenues. I like getting different types of input from people and things like that. So I've been playing around with getting out there and doing some other things. And I was reminded I've learned how to network years and years ago, years and years and years years ago. I think it's a terrific skill. I think everyone needs to have it, whether you are a small business owner or not. But some of the big red flags I'd like to go through with you so that you don't make these types of mistakes. There's a lot of respect that it's important to have for people who are in small business, and if you're connecting with them, being authentic and being real. So we're going to get into some of those things, but really, truly, understanding people at a deeper level, it becomes so much more than selling to them. So please keep that in mind as you're doing your networking. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get right into it because it's just easy and fun, and why not? All right, so the first thing is talking about your needs first. This is the cardinal sin, the number one sin of network marketing. So, and please know that, yes, there is a time for it, especially if they get on the phone or they get on the line with you, or you're doing something with them and they say, what do you need? Tell me about you. And network marketers who are good at this, that's usually what they'll do. And if you're new at it and they can tell, they're going to give every opportunity to you so that you can express yourself. And it's something that we learn in networking school. In some cases, there is networking school, and there's business school and things like that. So this one thing here is really huge because it can inform that person exactly what it is that you're after. So having the intention that you want to learn about them and their business, and I know it can be hard, especially if you're struggling to go, I want to learn everything about you, and I want to find ways that I can help you. And you can't pay the bills. I know it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but I truly, truly believe in my heart of hearts of hearts that when you truly and genuinely want to learn about someone and learn about how you can help, that is always reciprocated in some way. Maybe not from directly that person, but somewhere down the line. All right, the next one is not being authentic. So, you go into your networking meeting and you act like you got $1 million in the bank and you don't have two nickels to rub together. It's not being your authentic self. It's not being true. It's not being honest. And people feel that. They smell that a mile away. They know. They can feel it. They know that you are not on the up and up. And as soon as they feel that or catch a whiff of it, they're not going to want to do business with you. Now, they may get that it's a part of your personality, right? Because some business owners have to have that swagger, they have to, because, we're trying to get there, or they're trying to get there. And I say we, I'm in that too. I'm trying to find out what it is that really truly makes me happy and what I want to contribute to the world. And yes, we have a publishing company, and yes, all those things are thriving. And I also want to make sure that I'm contributing in the very best ways that I can. So if I come in there and I'm like, yeah, well, I have this and I get this and da 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 da, but I really underneath, I'm struggling, or I need help, or I need something, then those people that love to network and love to help and love to be a part of that giving mentality, well, they can't help me. And that's what this is all about. So it's being genuine, being authentic, and really asking for what you need. All right, it goes right into this next piece, which is not sharing your needs. So when you're not sharing what it is that you need, those givers can't give to you. And they want to, believe me, as a networker, we want to reciprocate. We want to help, and finding ways that you can reciprocate can be really awesome as well. I'm doing this with the people that I'm networking with. Is I'm doing an entrepreneur spotlight so that we can kind of collaborate gently, as I'm kind of dipping my toe into learning about new people and what they're needing and that kind of thing. But it gives just a little bit of exposure for them. And that feels good to me and it feels good to them. Another great thing is when, you do Facebook Lives or interviews with people who you could collaborate with. That can be really helpful and really great for the people that are your customers, so that perhaps they might want to utilize that other person's services as well. And if you are combined in a certain way as a strategic partnership, then that collaboration, you're just going to benefit each other, over and over and over again. So please share your needs. Please share the things that you're concerned about. Now, I'm not saying have a full-blown psychological evaluation with each other, although that does happen. I know from personal experience. But just more just know what you're going into this situation to do. Excuse me. And then share some of your struggle. Ask them what some of their struggles are. Ask them what their joys are. Ask them what makes them happy in their business, or that kind of thing. Connect with them. And in many cases, commiserate with them. It's okay. It's okay for us to share our weaknesses. It's okay to share our strengths. It's okay to share a connection, because this is a unique environment of unique people and individuals. We work harder, longer than most anyone will at anything. And I get it. We've got the Tim Ferriss 4-hour work week. Totally. And you still have to build it to get there. So let yourself know that you don't have to be the millionaire yet, or you don't have to be the whatever status thing yet. You'll get to whatever level you're meant to get to, and exactly the right timing for you. But we are in this unique group where we're willing to work harder than most anybody at anything. And we do it because we have a passion, we have a dream, we have a purpose. And generally, for most small business owners, it's to be of help or to be of service. All right, here's another deadly sin. And I mean deadly as in they won't want to do business with you. And then I promise you, they will tell everybody else, don't do business with this person. Okay, so here it is, not offering assistance. So not asking them what they need. What do you need? That's it. That's all. You don't have to, go into it. You don't have to, look deeply into their eyes and try to pull it out of them. No. Hey, how can I help? What can I do for you? That's it. I have a best girlfriend, and every time we go to get off the phone, or sometimes we get on the phone, she says, first thing she says to me is, how's your heart? How's your head? How's your heart? How's your body? She'll ask me that. And then somewhere in there, she'll ask, how can I help? Is there anything I can do to help you? And she is a network marketer. She's absolutely phenomenal at it, but she takes these principles into other aspects of her life, and it makes them so much better. It makes her life better. It makes her friends' lives better. It makes her family's lives better, because she is willing to ask that question, what can I do for you? Now, sometimes she can do it. Sometimes she can help, or, sometimes she can't. And if she can't, that's okay, because sometimes what happens, she'll find someone who can. Okay. So you don't have to have it all figured out, but let's say I needed to have a introduction to someone at a local hospice. Well, she might know someone who knows somebody at a local hospice. So we don't necessarily have to directly have that person give us the answer. We can just allow the situation to unfold by simply asking, I would really like that thing. Is there a way we can get there? That can be really good. Next one, trying to sell to them. This one, like I said, I've been doing network marketing like 20 years. Okay. So when it just hasn't been consistent, I haven't needed to do much of it. Our product is positioned in such a way that it makes something that's very unattainable or seemingly unattainable attainable. So we have a lot more, there just hasn't been as much of a need to network market. So I'm kind of refreshing myself on all of these things. And what's cool about it is that I get so many fun ideas, and it's exciting, and I get to talk to people who are like me and who get me. And, I can share my struggles and I can share my successes with. Like I said, we're in a unique group of people. And so if I come into a meeting and I'm like, you know what, why don't you buy a book? Why don't you do this? Now, there are situations where somebody that I'm networking with will be like, you know what, I really want to do a book. And I know we're networking here, and I know we're just kind of trying to see how we can contribute to each other's lists or how we can contribute to each other's business. But I myself personally need the thing you're offering. And what happens, because you're networking, there is this give and take, and there is this sharing of information. And so it's easy for me to offer a little bit of advice, offer a little bit of input. And I had someone do that recently, and I was happy to just say, yeah, this is what you do for that. Or, you could do this, something totally different, or you could, this is probably how much it would cost if you did this over here. And so, offering some of that advice, offering some of that support in something that you know very well is a great benefit. Not only that, but you can do the same thing with other people as well. So if you had an issue that you were working on and you were like, you know what, I really just need some thoughts, you're in this industry. Can you help me know the best place that I could probably get my car worked on? Even though it sounds like, how does that have anything to do with XYZ or your particular business? You can still utilize that network in order to help you save money. Brad Sugar says this, it'll help you save money. You never pay full price for anything a lot of times, or you build a connection so that other resources become available to you through that connection. Even just minimum free marketing can happen because you are connecting with someone in a way that helps them understand you, your brand, your company. And believe me, they will hear it and they'll go, oh, yeah. Yeah, I know somebody who publishes books, or, oh, yeah. I know somebody who does car sales or whatever. Or, oh, you know what? You need a financial advisor. Okay, I know somebody who does that. They're absolutely amazing or whatever. And so you hook people up, right? All right. So don't try to sell to that person you're creating. And I love this term, strategic partnership, who you're creating a strategic partnership with, right? Because if I wouldn't try to sell my husband on a book, right? But we're essentially in a strategic partnership. Yeah, no, we are actually, but it's a little bit different. But if I'm in a strategic part, so a good strategic partnership would look something like someone who is a real estate agent and someone who gives home loans. All right, that's a strategic partnership. Here's the thing with that one, though, is that the real estate agent will likely send a lot of people to the home loan person, but there may not be as much of a reciprocation on the other side where the home loan person is sending people to the real estate agent. So you want to, strategically partner with that person, but you also might want to strategically partner with something like the Chamber of Commerce, where new people are always coming into town and you want them to buy a house from you, so you might strategic partner on both sides. One side you can give more to, the other side you can allow more in from. So it's finding that balance. But essentially, you're not selling to them, you're selling to their list. Or you're finding ways to connect with them so that you both win. Win, win, win. All right, here we go. This one. Do not show up. Don't show up. Just show up. Show up to your meeting. The only way that this is okay is if there's an actual emergency. And I say that because so let's say you have this is the other part of that, is the late cancel. Do not cancel an hour ahead of time. Don't do that. Don't do that. That person has already set up their day. They've already done everything. Now, unless it is an absolute 100% emergency, or, something like that. If you have a glint, a chance, a possibility, give them at least 24 hours, because when you're a small business owner, you are setting up every moment of your day for the most part. So please, please, please give people time. There's not too many emergencies that happen like that. There isn't. And if there is, usually it is somebody saying someone has been in an accident or somebody, and they will tell you what it is. But if it's something like, oh, something came up, that's not respecting that person. That is a deadly sin. I will not reschedule that appointment with you. I just won't. And then, of course, not showing up, just write that off. Unless something actually serious has happened. That's when either something really bad has happened or they just didn't really care. They didn't care about you. They didn't care about the meeting. I genuinely make that assumption. And I am okay with making that assumption. And I think everyone else should as well. And if I did that to someone, they should make that assumption. Yep. I don't do that. And I have never done that. I've never not shown up for my appointment, even when it's been uncomfortable for me or I haven't wanted to do it. And I'm an introvert. I'm an INFJ. I don't like going anywhere, doing anything for any reason. But I make exceptions with this because I know how vital it is to make positive connections with each other in small business. And our time is so valuable. It really, really is. All right. I think, let's see. Okay. Here's this one. Don't antagonize your friend, your new friend or friend in the making or strategic partner. I get it. Sometimes people want to be like jab you, and I just want to get a rise out of you. I want to see what kind of person you are. I don't take kindly to any of that stuff. And I also just turned really Southern. I don't take kindly to that kind of talk. So just don't do that. Don't antagonize. I get it. Like, hey, did you see the ball game? Oh, I'm a Dodgers fan. Oh, I'm a such and such fan. Or what? I know I don't do sports. Or I'm a this or that. And so, oh, you're this or that, or da da da. Well, you guys suck. I get that whole weird camaraderie thing that people do, but it's not necessary. Avoid politics, avoid, religion. And I know people are like, yes, but this is a time of transformation and we need to get everybody on board with our way of thinking because we're changing the world. Okay. Unless your business is a social activism business, where you are changing the world with your voice in a way that is for social justice, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Why would there be, right? It is that if you're not that, then kind of pick a lane. And I say that because it becomes very divisive. And when someone because somebody could feel the exact same way that you do, but it's getting in the way of whatever it is that they're wanting to accomplish in your short period of time of your meeting. So you might only have 30 minutes in your meeting, and you could feel the exact same way about things, and it could still kind of pull you out of whatever it was that you were wanting to accomplish in whatever goal you had in your meeting itself. So one, it's wonderful to connect with like-minded people who are kind-hearted and loving and all that kind of stuff, and it is totally okay to express who you are without going down some hairy roads. And so keep that in mind. I get it. I know this one is a little bit tricky. And I don't necessarily completely go against it. It's just you have a finite amount of time. How do you want to use it? And if you want to use it in order to talk about politics, talk about religion, talk about social justice, talk about those kind of things, make sure you remember that you're in a two-way conversation with someone. Otherwise it's you telling them everything that you want. And remember, if we go back to the beginning, that first cardinal sin, talking about your needs first. Now, then I would say to myself, I would go, is this person open to hearing about that? And I would maybe even ask them. I would say, you know what? I feel this is really important to me. This is really in my heart. Do you mind if we just take a moment so that you understand who I am as a person? This is something that's incredibly important to me. And it can be a way that can actually help them understand what types of people to send your way. If you are a social justice advocate, there might be people being sent to you that aren't open to your services, and I'm not saying in the other way around too. If somebody is, I'm trying to find my words right, is not a social justice advocate. Let's put it that way. and you're going and you have been connected up by this one person, this one hub, and you realize you're two very different people, and you can't help them because of how different they are, and they're not open to being helped by you for whatever reason. Then it becomes a little bit of a problem. So finding that balance in this, I think always asking is really helpful. Just asking your friend or asking your new strategic partner and just saying, hey, are you interested in knowing about me personally? They might say yes. Or are you interested in understanding what my beliefs are, or where I'm coming from, or what my general philosophy on life is? And they'll say yes, more than likely. Or you can ask them, and that opens the door for you to express who you are. But please, if you're different, that's okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to have different viewpoints, insights, wisdom, awarenesses. It's okay to be for social justice. And I dare say it is okay to not be. And I realize just saying that how icky that makes me feel. But let's play devil's advocate. So let's say it's okay for this. Can you still do business? Is that possible? I don't know. That would have to be something you have to discuss together and figure out for each other. But criticizing, demeaning, or putting someone down because of their belief system or what it is that matters to them is it's just not going to work. So that's going to be another one of those deadly sins when it comes to this, is not being who you are. Being who you are is perfect. It's finding out if that person you're networking with is open to hearing about it. And most people are. Because as business owners, like I said, we're weird birds. We really want to make a difference in some fashion in this life. We have committed to making a change in our own personal lives. And in general, we want to make a difference in the lives of others. So for the most part, I think people want to help. And so having that awareness can be incredibly, incredibly useful during this whole process. So that's it, really. 7 deadly sins of network marketing. All right. Well, I'll just take them through again, talking about yourself first. So allow them to come to you and be like, hey, tell me about yourself. Or you start the conversation and you say, tell me about you. Tell me all about you. This could also open the door for, somebody saying, I'm a social justice advocate, or, I'm a Muslim woman who is committed to helping people understand the challenges of Muslim people. Or it could be, I'm a small business owner and I'm just trying to make it day by day, or I really need help with XYZ. And it's okay to be whoever you are. It's all right if there's not a love connection. It doesn't have to be. You're just learning about each other. Not sharing your needs. So you want to share. You want to share your needs. You don't want to make your needs a priority over every single person and experience in this whole thing. You just want to make sure that people do know that you need something, and hopefully they can help you. If you don't offer assistance, that's another thing, and figure it out. Even if it's something small, you can offer assistance, and if not, just offering help. How can I help you? People will generally find a way that you can. Sometimes they just need to talk it out. Trying to sell to them, the network partner that you have there. You don't want to sell to them. You want to sell to their list, or you want to sell to who they know or connect with who they know. Not showing up or late cancel. If you have an inkling that you're not going to be able to make it, give them a few hours notice, give them a day's notice. Let them know, I got a massively busy day tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to make it. But if it's just because somebody asked you out for drinks and you really want to go do that, that doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good at all. And actually it won't feel good to you either, because that will happen to you. It happens to everybody. That doesn't mean that it's acceptable. I got something on that. I'm just trying to tell you. Not being authentic. You got to be you, man. Be you. I know it seems to conflict with some of the other things that I've been saying. It's just finding that loving line of pushing agendas. And that's either way. What I have seen more and more with people who are speaking to politics or religion or some of these other relatively divisive elements is that their heart's always in the right place, and so often, they generally will ask, do you want to hear what my position is on this? And they'll respect whatever that person says. And I love that about people who believe in things so strongly. That's, to me, is courageous. All right. So being authentic, being your true self, not trying to put yourself out there as somebody that you're not. Just be who you are. If you've got $200 in the bank, You got $200 in the bank. And say you got $200 in the bank, because what happens is if you say something like that, and I don't mean, because I've seen some scammers out there, but I don't mean like, oh, woe is me, this is my sad sob story. Don't be the victim here, right? Instead, just gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm struggling. I need help. I need to figure this out. And then what will happen naturally is that people will go, okay, let's work on you. Let's work on you today. Let's find out what we can do to help you get more than $200 in your bank account. Let's see, because there could be some holes in your philosophy and your idea in what you're marketing or how you're marketing or whatever that could make a massive difference in what's happening. So let yourself be teachable. Let yourself, for people who have been in business for, I mean, if you've only just started, even somebody a year ahead of you is going to have a ton of knowledge for you. Even somebody, 5, 10, 20. If somebody has been a small business owner for 30 or 40 years, there's the similar struggles, and they've come through a lot of them. And a lot of it all boils down to courage. So just let yourself be seen in this. It's really important. All right. Antagonizing or criticizing your new friend. Please don't do that. You shoot yourself in the foot every time you do something like that. Don't do that. Be genuine, be authentic, be yourself, be on time, show up, share what you need, ask what they need, be real, be honest, trust, and good things will come for you. I know it. I know it. And if you ever want to know what I believe, you'll probably learn throughout the process of these different videos and stuff like that. But I am someone who believes in the goodness, integrity, and love of human beings. And that we're all just doing the best we can. We just have to trust that something will guide us. Something will guide us, even in our darkest times. And so with that, I wish you all light and sweetness and juiciness of life. And I hope you all feel loved. Yeah, just feel loved. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself be helped and help others the best way you can. All right, I'm out of here. Kira Schaefer, As You Wish Publishing, asyouwishpublishing.com. I hope you have a beautiful day and take care.